Hey guys, what's up? I'm hanging here at Coyote Creek Lakes. People were asking me to go live at other lakes. And I said I'm pretty limited because I can only go live at certain lakes because I only get receptions at certain lakes. Luckily, this is one of them. This right here, this current gnat, is what I call the honey hole. I've, this is way far away. There we go. I've actually been here for a while now. I I came here. I was going to film a show, but I actually just filmed a show here. Not the one you just saw, not the live one, not the one I just put up, but another one where I actually explored newer water that I've never been to. I caught some fish. That was a good day, but I actually didn't come over here to the honey hole area. I haven't actually been here in about the video I just put up. That was actually a while ago, but I've caught 9 since I've been here, about 2 hours or so, 2.5 maybe. And that's fish. I actually, oh yeah, it's fish. Actually caught like 2 and 2 casts. Then I caught another one a couple casts later. I didn't want to jinx it. That was like 10 to 5 or something. So I just kind of wandered around, looked at some stuff. Didn't want to jinx it. Fish are hitting pretty good anyway. They're all on the smaller side, like this one on the smaller side. Some of them. Hey guys, what's up? Um, Most of them have been about this size. A few of them have been little keepers. And I've been catching them on some different stuff. Yeah. Oh, all the way over there? Or right there. I've actually been catching them on some different stuff. I get another worm. These fish have been coming on this. Sorry, getting a lot of comments. And unfortunately, for some reason, the sun's right in my eyes at the moment, coming right through the trees. I'm getting them on this, the little cut tail. I haven't been really throwing the dropping stick, the little stick worm. Well, I think the first one I caught on it was this is a little 4-inch cut tail worm, 4.5-inch cut tail worm. And most fish have been way the heck out there. But what I was going to say before I went to get that worm, I caught one on a jig today, and I got like 3 bites on a jig. And I actually pulled a Wayne. Oh yeah, there's big ones. There's big ones here. Um, I pulled a Wayne today though, and I actually threw a Carolina rig. I think I caught 3 on the Carolina rig. I caught a couple on a little stick where it's actually a sticko. It's the one that's got the fins on the back. And I actually put on one of our ribtail minnows. It's a little 3.5-inch swim bait. Because that's usually what Wayne does. Is he throws one on a throws Carolina rig with a Kitech, so like 3.5, 4.5-inch Kitech. And I just wanted to see. I caught one, and I think I had 2 other bites on it. So I didn't think it really looked like much as I was dragging along behind the drop shot. But sure enough, it got some bites. Yeah, Wayne. Oh, there's another fish. Oh no, he dropped it. Yeah, Wayne. He caught a 7.2 in this very spot on the drop shot with the coyote. Yep. I said I gave it a try. I'm gonna throw some of that in a bit here. I have the jig hooked up still. I have the Carolina rig hooked up still. Funny thing is, I tried the wacky. I tried the wacky with a couple different colors. Couldn't get a bite on it. Weird. I don't know. They like the swimming, but they don't like the wacky for some reason. I don't know. Wacky's never done me really that good here. But it seemed like I threw the Carolina rig. I caught a fish, got a couple bites, then nothing. Threw the drop shot. Caught a couple fish, got a couple bites, and nothing. Threw the jig. Got a couple bites, caught one, then nothing. So every time it seems like I switch to a new bait, I was getting bites. So I decided, oh, I do have one of the wackies with me because I thought it was out of the heads. And yeah, I threw it out there and nothing. Tried a watermelon red or green pumpkin red, and also tried one that always works, watermelon red chartreuse laminate, sort of like a bold bluegill color. Not a bite. Yeah, they just didn't. I actually tried the. Actually tried the. Actually hooked up the little stick worm with it on the drop shot wacky. I had never done that in here. I usually throw it nose hook. And I got snagged and broke off. So my nose hook, I put the hook inside the worm, so it's basically weedless. There's a lot of trees that are down right here. I'm coming over right now. A lot of trees. There's a lot of stumps. A lot of things to snag. Open hooks. And sure enough, first cast with trying it wacky, I got snagged on that tree stump and broke it off. So first cast when I went with you guys, I caught one. Hope they don't pull the. Yeah, I want to go back there. It's been a while. I don't know how low that water is. That water's probably. Yeah, I'm down to go. I've actually been there two other times since then, and the water had already dropped like another 2 feet, I think, since the show I just put on. I don't know. I don't know how low it is now. I heard the upper end's good. I've only gone by the dam. Well, and that first spot I tried, which I heard down at the very, very far end where the creek runs out or runs in, actually where the creek runs in. Yeah, I'd like to get more of the spots out of there. Now that I know there's the spots in there. The very first one I caught, I said the good thing about that is with the spots, they're less affected by the cold. So you should be able to catch them there in the winter. I don't know. Definitely want to try some winter shows there. See if I can catch some of those spots in the middle of winter down there. That area I fish by the dam, man, that place is sticky as you know what. Little spots like jigs and that, but you lose so much crap right there by the pump station. It's ridiculous. I don't know how many of my baits it has right now. I've lost 3 times I've done there. I think I've lost like 15 baits. I'm gonna try going a little more to the right. It's kind of why I came here today. Somebody said they caught one. Uh, it was a bonita though. It wasn't like albacore or any of the bigger ones. I think the bonita are more tolerant for fresh water. That's Lexington, not here though. I did find out there's I figure they're probably in here, but they're already in here. Oh yeah, this you're talking about this spot? We're talking about we're still talking about Lexington. We're talking about here. I lost track of the conversation somewhere along the line. If you're talking here, yeah, this current is perfect. Over there. Not with the drop shot. Or over there. Hello, this thing's reversed. That's actually my left. That's actually my right. I've been throwing in and bringing it through the current. But most of the fish have been out. There's a spot. There's a spot right, kind of right out there where you can see, where you stop seeing the current. And there's like 3 good big logs down there. I'll try. I'm gonna go across it. That way across it and work it into the current. That's what I was doing with the Ned rig and my show I just put on. Going it that way and then letting it drift. But my this drop shot's got a little bit heavier weight, so it doesn't drift near as far as the Ned rig when I throw it out there. Yeah, no, they seem to be more this way in the eddy. Yeah, there seem to be more like, right out there in that eddy. Yeah, that's what I was doing with the. So I was doing with the Carolina rig. I was just pulling it and letting it kind of sitting there doing that thing behind it. So I didn't want to jinx this place. I caught like 3, and I went back to drop shot. I got 3 and 6 casts, and then I slowed down. And then I left it alone for. I went live like 6:25. I left it alone for about 30 minutes. Then I figured I'd come back and see if they're still there. But all these fish have been. I haven't got anything much bigger than the one you just saw me catch, about 12 inches. The other day I was getting some better ones, like ones that were probably close to 2 pounds. Way back on the honey hole day, um, probably got a couple that were heavy 2s, 2.5, 2 3/4. So far today, they've all been little clone pounders. Nothing teeny though. That's good. No like little 5 6 inches. See, I'm on the logs right now. I know I love going live and actually catching fish. I mean, how hard is it to go live in your living room or in your room in front of the computer? You're not catching fish. You're just talking about catching fish. At least here, I can. Well, at first I caught one, but seem to be doing this usual disappearing act. Thanks. Yeah, I love going live. I'm actually gonna be live the next 3 days. Well, the next 2 days after this. I think tomorrow, the next day, I'm gonna be at the pier both days going live. Somebody told me that that perch I caught. Uh, Somebody said that perch I caught in my last live one was a blacksmith perch. I think is what they said. I was getting tons of bites from them, so I think I'm gonna try and target them. All right, I'm gonna go a little bit more to the left to watch it because right here in front of me, you can't see it now. It's only like one little piece, but there's a tree right there. Tree right there in the water, and I don't want to get this drop shot snagged on it. Yeah, but somebody said that that surf perch that I caught was a blacksmith. That green one that I caught, it was the last live. I know a lot of them there, so I think I'm gonna go to smaller hooks and the littler pieces of the sandworm and see if I can target them. See if I can actually catch a bunch of those surf perch. I know they're there. Remember, a couple lives ago, I said what was hitting wasn't the rockfish because they don't usually pull off the back half of the worm like that. So if they had a bigger worm, they were eating it right up to the hook. I figure if I go with a smaller hook, number 8 instead of number 6, and a smaller back half of those sandworms, I bet you I can start catching them pretty consistently. Because they were annihilating it. Kingfish. Yeah, I think these fish are gonna do the disappearing act on me. It's only that one day when it was the honey hole that these fish were hitting really, really good all the way till dark. All the times back here since then, it seems to be more middle of the day. Yeah, that's what I'm working right now. That's what I'm working. It's a little 4.5 inch cattail. It's actually green watermelon, fool's gold pearl lemon. Kind of looks like a baby bass. It's kind of what I was throwing on the Carolina rig was something that looked like a baby bass. This is Coyote Creek Lakes. So people were asking me to go live at a different lake. And this lake, I know I can go live, so I popped up here. But I've caught well, the one I caught live when I started. It's I think 10 fish now today. 10 fish on various different baits. I said I was actually trying the Carolina rig and actually caught a few on it. First time I really ever fished it. Like a big true Carolina rig with like a 3 foot leader. I only have like I think a foot and a half maybe. And a little 3/16 sliding weight on it. And I actually caught a couple on the jig. That's the most I've caught at any one lake in a while. All the other lakes I've been averaging like four or five fish. That's it. So to get 10 here, anyway, they're all like pounders or 3/4 pounders. It's a good day for as of late. Like I said, these fish have suddenly decided to disappear on me. At least they've disappeared on the drop shot. Try the Carolina rig. That's what I'm throwing. This is actually a sticko. Did you? I'm gonna be there tomorrow. It's a little sticko, the one that's got the fins on it. I'm gonna be there live tomorrow and the next day, I think. 2 days straight. At least the wind's behind me. That's one good. Wind's pretty heavy today. It's like 15 miles an hour. One of the other reasons I came to this spot. Well, you can come right here. You can come right here. This isn't that far away. I live further away. I live in Marina. You can go to Pino. That's only like 10 minutes from you. This Coyote Creek Lakes. This is up above. This is Coyote Creek Lakes. It's up above Morgan Hill. Just up above Morgan Hill. Get off on Cochrane Road. It's right by, or just down the street is Coyote Bait and Tackle. I haven't been there, but people tell me it's right down the street. This is as you get off on this is O'Gear Road. Yeah, speaking of that, there's a whole friggin' Madeo 12 pack sitting here with all kinds of other beer cans right below me. So somebody comes here and drinks, that's for sure. I don't know. I was hesitant to go. I wanted to go live, but kind of knew those fish might do what they've been doing here. Another guy that was here that he walked up here. I guess he wanted to fish here, but I was here. It's kind of why I came early. I knew it was going live, but I kind of came early to sit on the spot. But unfortunately, or fortunately, either way, there's that one guy's the only one I've seen. Oh, and the really cute warden showed up. Yeah, the really cute warden showed up here. I told her, "You're in my show." She goes, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "Yeah." Because remember, you checked me at yeah, it's fun here. Yeah, that warden's here. And I said, "Yeah, everyone was asking to see your face because when I filmed you, I actually didn't get your face." she, she goes, "Oh, maybe that was a good thing." I'm, "Oh, no. 10 fish. Only one on the stream. All the others came before I went live. Par usual, midday bite. So I went live, and I think my first cast. They weren't that big. They're all like 12-inch barely. 11 3/4, 12-inch. Um, yeah, the feed's a lot better here, but I get the same. Well, I have 5 bars. I have the same 5 bars at the pier. It's just the fact that it's whatever's on the boats. It's whatever's on the boats. It's a military base. I don't know. I don't know if they do radar scanning or what, but something there messes with the feed. Not always. Sometimes the last feed I watched it, it was messing up pretty bad. There was a lot of I could see a lot of pixelating and stuff during the feed. Usually it's like this, but it's a great place to go live because you can set it up. You're on a pier. Yeah, that wasn't good. It's the only thing I can think of. Only thing I can think of because everywhere else, like when I go to Pinot, it's a great feed. I come here, it's a great feed. Up here, anyway, I have 5 bars and everything. It screws up a lot. Not always. There's been a few that have been great, but I think some of it depends on where I stand. Uh, oh, the hell! Knocked off my little split shot I had, holding it above the knot. Collaboration. I'm gonna try and do one with Bearded Bassin, maybe. Sorry, stepped out of frame. I gotta get my split shots. I'm gonna try and do one with Bearded Bassin, maybe. Sorry, I grabbed the wrong bag. Where is it? I had everything out, and then I put everything away. Now I can't find stuff. Uh, yeah, I've already because I'm going to be up at Delta in a couple weeks for the FLW. He's from that area, so I don't know. He came on live the other day when I was at Pinot. Bearded Bassin came on, and I mentioned it to him, and I think I mentioned it to him in comments now. But I'll try to get a hold of him, contact, and see while I'm up there at the Delta doing the tournament and filming my tournament diary. See if I can actually go out on his boat in the Delta and do a collaboration. I'm also going to be doing some. Came with a cool idea, but I'm going to do some collaboration fishing challenges. I just thought of that cool idea. It's going to be me sending some of my viewers 5 of my baits, and then their challenge is to go out and catch a fish on all 5 of the baits. And they'll be the ones posting the video about the challenge, not me. I'll post a video saying who's going to be doing the challenge and what baits I'm going to be sending them. And then it's going to be up to them to go out and do it, which I think will be fun. I try to do some challenges one spot. I mean, am I just going to be sitting in one spot? Yeah, this is the only place I plan to fish right now. A little hard to wander around this place live. Over behind me, there's a bunch of fish. Oh, for the challenge. You can fish wherever you want. It's going to be up to you. I mean, the only criteria is that you have a channel that you produce and post videos on. Other than that, there's going to be nothing. I'm only going to send you one of each bait. So if you lose the bait before catching fish, then you're not going to be able to finish the whole challenge because you only have one of each bait. It'll be fun. It'll be jigs I make up, maybe spinner baits. Still actually have some of our old crankbaits. Have our buzz baits. So it'll be a fun hodgepodge of different baits. I thought it'd be fun. Like I said, I don't like yeah, it's something different with challenges. I don't know, I've been fishing 40 years. A lot of times when I go to a challenge, I mean all the normal ones have been done. all the all normal ones been done, gummy worms, toys. Although do have a cool one coming up with a kit for making bracelets. I'm gonna try and make some baits out of. Probably gonna go to the pier for the rockfish to do that. But yeah, I thought this would be different. That way, I could challenge my viewers, and it could be sort of a cross thing where we could both it'll help both of us out. Where I'll post a video and say whose challenge it is, and then you'll have to go to their channel when they post it to actually watch the challenge and see if they completed it. And then I don't know, maybe eventually do giveaways or do like prizes for within 6 months. How many other people do the challenge? Who catches one on all the baits, or who only catches one on the baits, or two or three? It has potential to be something that's really fun and interactive, and it can kind of help other channels, especially newer channels, maybe grow or get cross viewers and stuff. I said it works for me because I got baits. I mean, I got my baits and stuff that I make myself. So a little bit better than just buying some baits and sending them to someone and saying, "Oh, catch them on these." I can make up some fun custom ones for them. I don't seem to like anything right now. I know those fish are still there, and they didn't leave. And I said I already caught 10 of them here. It wasn't like I caught them all at once. It was spread out the whole time I was here. Probably a fish every hey KRC. There's probably a fish every I don't know, half hour, 20 minutes or something. It wasn't like I got here and found a school and caught them like crazy. I know they're still here. Like somebody mentioned, different color maybe. Try darker color. I do quick little giveaways live. Obviously, haven't caught one yet, but yeah, usually once a month I do a regular giveaway, and then once a month I do a quick little giveaway. I want to get more frequent with it, and I just pop up live, and right now I'm using it's kind of a Carolina rig. It's actually it's not one of our drop and stick, the 3-stick worm. It's one of the sticko ones that have a little tail on the back. Because I kind of have a Carolina rig, so I'm just kind of dragging it over stuff. So I want it to kind of look like a minnow cruising behind it. So I actually caught one on maybe I'll try that on our rib minnow. Actually put it behind the Carolina rig. It's a 3.5-inch swim bait. And I caught one on it, and I think I had 2 or 3 other bites. I mean, my friend catches them that way, but I really didn't expect it to work. Because it doesn't look like much. The shed. This is basically, I mean, this is basically a shad color. It's baby bass. It's basically what we call the fool's gold, kind of a lighter watermelon with gold and red and black flake with a pearl laminate. It's definitely a bait fish look. And I was throwing a jig, and I noticed everybody here. There's 2 different people here. One of my viewers was here earlier. He's been on my shows. I haven't seen him in like 6 months. He was throwing around a jig, and it was dark. He was throwing around a jig, and it was dark. The other guy said he fished here the last few days. And dang it, it's too light. And he was here, and he was throwing a jig, and he said he had a couple bites on it, but it was a dark jig. The jig I threw on was It's it's a lighter jig. It's actually uh, magic, green pumpkin magic, or magic craw. It's green pumpkin with blue in it, the teeny iridescent blue in it. And I had a lighter Alabama rig crawdad on it. And I caught one little one on it. I think I had two other bites on it. And then I threw around a darker jig, one with a black and red craw on it, and a darker watermelon red. This is the Aura SX. Yeah, I threw around a darker jig and I didn't even get a bite on it. So I think a lot of people who come here throw darker jigs. So I think that lighter jig might have been the key for me actually catching one and getting some bites. I'm gonna throw it right now. I'm gonna switch out and throw that jig. Ah, this is the jig I was throwing. You can see the orange on it. You can see it's. I've never been done. Yeah, but that's the color. See the blue in it. It's basically just a green pumpkin with a lot of blue shimmer in it. Funny is, I threw out the big jig. The fish I caught was the same size. I don't know what he says. Jigs will get you bigger fish. But same size. It was about a pounder. Well, if you want a bunch of broken poles, I got like 8 of them in my house. One of them's actually in the garden, and we used it, and a vine's growing up it. So there's a lot of good uses for broken poles. Mine are most of them, all the tips are broken. So I think I have about 7 or 8 of them at home. It's not dark here yet. There's the logs. There's the logs I'm pulling over. Feels like there's logs laying down, but I think the end of them, the root system's sticking up too. Well, that freaked me out. I saw something over there in the water. It's a big freaking duck. Looked like a sea monster. Come on, fish. Somebody's got to love a jig out there. I don't know. They might come up into the column when it gets darker. But about this time, I've tried. I've already given my friend a bunch because he uses the eyes. He strips some of the eyes. He strips the eyes off them. I guess he uses them on other poles or something. I don't know. I said I was thinking. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I will. So most of them are right here where the eddy creates. There's actually a current. You see the current going that way, but right here there's actually a back current that's coming in. This is eddy right here, and right out there, that's where a bunch of the logs and everything is. So through my time being here, that's where most fish come from. No monsters today. No monsters. Probably doesn't help to have a big piece of reed attached to. Let me try going down that line. This way. The jig I'll throw that way. Carolina rig I'll throw that way. I won't throw drops that way. I mean I will, but it's just really sticky over on this side. This is where when I first found this as the honey hole, that's where I was getting them on the that's where I was getting them on the tube. It was off to this side. Caught like one and missed a couple. Yeah, I'll throw there. Wish I had the Ned rig with me because usually that's better for that. Yeah, I've tried them in here. I've tried a lot of stuff in the current that's active. I've tried underspins, I've tried spinner baits, I've tried bladed jigs, I've tried crankbaits, I've tried jerk baits. I've never had much luck on it. I think a lot has to do with everybody comes here. That's what a lot of people throw here is jerk baits and crankbaits and rattle traps. And so the fish get kind of conditioned to it. As I said, I've done a lot of shows here, and every time I come here, there's always people that are usually planted right here and fish right here. Yeah, I don't know. I said I haven't done good on active baits here. There, that one's in the current. Try to go to the other side, but it just doesn't work. I said I've tried tried to underspin a lot here with a little 3.5 inch swim bait. I tried to square bill through here. Tried to rattle trap through here. Tried to surface bait over the top of all this. I said I just don't like to throw that stuff that much when I know it's a spot that a lot of people throw those baits all the time. I might catch one or something. Usually the slow down finesse technique will catch your fish when you're in a spot that's. I mean, look how highly pressured this is. That's probably from yesterday. So there's those stumps. There's those reeds. Well, you need to. Then you get into my challenges when I start doing them. I knew these fish were going to do this to me. I just knew for sure these fish were going to pull this disappearing out. Drop shot time. Yeah, I caught one right when I went live, and I said I've already caught. Well, that one makes it 10 today. It's pretty good bite earlier, and I was just playing around because I was trying not to catch them all as I wanted to go live. But since that one time, this was a honey hole, and this was so good. The evening bite has just been terrible. That one day I came here and filmed that show, the bite was going all the way till dark. The other 5 shows, yeah, said I have some of it, but I don't know. Just my history of here, I don't get much on it. Not that I'm not getting much on this, because I'm not. But I know those fish are still here. So if I had the Ned rig, the way the Ned rig drifts and so light, I could throw it out and it would drift in the column, not go to the bottom. I said for some reason, man, it's a lot of these lakes. For me at least, always just nothing in the evening. And I often switch to active baits in the evening, top waters, rattle traps, cranks. is that a bite? No. I'm gonna try the dark. I'm gonna try a dark color. All been hitting the light. I'm gonna switch to a dark. What's the number one rule? Catch fish. Got to go with the yeah. What catches fish? I'm gonna go back to the drops. I'm gonna try the darker color. I've been liking this little 4-inch though. Caught half of the. I think I caught 5 or more of them on that one. Not good at the moment. It's a typical evening disappearing act. There's tons of fish during the day. Second the shade gets on it, nothing. I don't know what they do. Everybody keeps saying try active baits. I could try a jerk bait. I have some with me. I always have some with me. I just know they like to sit around those logs down there. I've tried slow rolling a chatterbait over it, large jitterbait. Throwing it down there and worked it over the top of all that, all those logs and stuff. So there was a guy that was just here that I talked to when I came because he wanted to fish here. He said he spent the last like 3 days, I think, coming here about this time. About the time I went live around 6, and he said he hadn't caught any because I'd already caught 2, and I'd only been here 10 minutes when he came up. He's like, "What? I've been coming the last 3 days from like 6 till dark, and I've got a few bites in here, but that's it." Well, I already caught 2, and I've been here about 10 minutes, and then I caught 9 more before I went live, and then I caught that one right first cast when I went live, and now absolutely nothing. It doesn't seem to matter where you throw around here. They just part of it might be because that's when everybody shows up to fish here. It's around 6 o'clock or about an hour or two before dark. So I don't know. Maybe that's the time most people come here and catch fish. So these fish are conditioned to not feed around that time. It's like they know right before dark. They know right before dark if they eat, their mouths get sore. Yeah, it's a great shot here. I don't have any with me. I thought I had one left, but I think I lost it. I lost it my last show I did. I was doing good on the lighter, the 1/15 ounce Ned rig in here. See, I threw out across the current, and now my line's all the way over here. The current's actually pretty strong. I mean, I was throwing the show I just put on. I was throwing straight across over there, straight across there, and I was catching the fish way the hell out there. So it was drifting all that way, drifting all the way out to where it gets on top of all those logs. I think there's a drop out there. Like I said, it's just this typical for this lake for me. Fortunately, this is when I like to go live. This is when I think more people are around. Because if I'd have gone live when I first got here, it would have been like, I would let it go the whole time. It would have been like a 6 hour feed. I think I started fishing right around 3. If I go all the way down, yeah, it would have been like 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, but this water is not that warm. The water actually running in here. um, Actually, the creek flowing in here is 67 degrees. And I think the main body, it's like oh, upper 70s. I mean, lower 70s. It's like 73, 74. Lakes don't get that warm because there's currents going through all of them. I don't think these fish are actually, I mean, it's not like this thing gets in the mid 80s in the middle of summer. It stays pretty cool, which is fine. 70's fine for these bass. 70's fine. That's way warm enough for them. I said, I don't know what the deal is with them disappearing. So that one day that I got lucky and caught them all the way till dark here. That was the only day that I've had a phenomenal bite. Oh, you mean up there? Parkway? One's towards Parkway? Right before San Jose, or the other coyote? So I've never been up to the lakes that are further down from here, towards San Jose. Oh, wait, guys. Hey, look at that. I'm getting a bite. Is he still there? Nope. I got a bite, though. Way, 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 way out there. Way out in the freaking boondocks. About as far as I can cast this thing is where I just got that bite. It's about 15 feet, I think, 15 feet deep out there, something like that. I throw I was throwing the heavier jig out there. It was taking quite a while. 3/8 ounce jig, and it still took it about 10 seconds or more to get the bottom. See where I just threw way out? There's a log. And there's another log. Often when I was getting them to hit, it was right before I got to those logs. I actually feel them. It's like stairs. Yeah, the one's further north. No, I've never been to those. These are the only ones. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know which ones are up there further. I've never been to them. Hey, Jerry. I really need to go one time over there to the very other side. I mean, I know that one adventure, I kind of went to that corner right over there, but I want to get over. I know it's a long walk and everything, but get over to that whole other side over there. I saw a guy, I don't know the name of his channel, but he was over there and did some underwater footage. And he was reading his swim bait, and there was like 5 or 6 good sized fish following it in. I could tell by the video where the power lines were, so no, I think he was straight across over there. In this, you see this pond or next one? It looked like he was just over there, but the video I could see the power poles. But it's a long walk. When you walk to that corner, it was quite a ways. I'll wait till it gets cooler out. Come on, fish. I got one bite. Oh, one bite out there. That was weird. My line kind of like jerked. No fish there though. I think there's a deep hole out there. So I throw out there and I work it. It has a lot of resistance. I don't think it's the current. There's a lot of resistance as if it's coming up kind of a ledge. I said that my line won't, with that current, it won't feel like that. It's not starting up to feel that heavy. It only happens when I cast straight into where the main flow is. Come on, fishies. Give me some love. Give me some evening love. There's another log. There's the other log. Come on, guys. You fish were all over those things earlier. Throwing the drop shot earlier, that's where I was getting them all. Was on when I felt those logs. Come on. Nothing there. Kind of further up on it. So you actually feel the root system. You come over the logs, it's just like really smooth. Like you're coming over big rocks. When I get in the root system, I kind of feel the ticking and pulling. So it's good to know exactly what stuff feels like when you're coming across the log. Key to knowing what you're fishing without a graph, obviously, in a boat, so you can see exactly what's going on. To be able to feel the exact difference. Time's right now, guys. I'm gonna go a little over further. Here you go. Okay. Oh wait, no, sorry. I thought it might slow down a little when I went live compared to what it was earlier, but I thought I'd still be able to produce a fish. It's kind of funny because first cast live, I caught that fish right in the spot where I've been catching all the rest of them. And since then, an hour later, I've had one bite. And I've been trying a lot of different. I mean, I tried the Carolina rig, I tried the jig. I'm trying to activate. I could try the underspin out there. I caught him on the. Oops. Right now, I went to the dark. I went to the brown, purple. All day long, I was getting them on baby bass color, basically. 4-inch cut tail. It's getting Orange cattail, baby bass color. Drop shot was baby bass color. The jig was crawdad magic, kind of like green pumpkin blue flake with the Alabama craw trailer on it. Basically green pumpkin orange color. They weren't hitting these little stick worms. Usually I do the little drop and stick style, the 3-inch stick worm, but they wanted actually a 4.5-inch cut tail. They actually wanted this. It's green on top, it's got the pearl. I'm sure they eat a lot of baby bass in here. I'm sure they eat a lot of bluegill in here. I think there's golden shiners in here. I got my sunglasses. You can actually see. I know there's golden shiners in here. I'm pretty sure. Saw some guys catching a bunch. They thought they were hitch, but I'm pretty sure they were golden shiners. Bass love golden shiners. Obviously, there's still native trout in here. And they say the best color in here, one of the best colors is watermelon candy. Watermelon candy is more of a lighter bluegill color. How you doing? The fisherman. The fisherman just showed up. But he saw me and he left. Say, guys, this is a very popular spot. Oh, I'm on Ogier. I think it's Ogier, Ogier. By the trailer, by the, whatchamacallit, the RV park. Well, the sign says, if you read the sign, it says closed. It says Coyote Creek and closed to fishing, and then down below you have to read the fine print that says between November 16th and last Saturday in April. So yeah, there is a big sign that says closed to fishing. But it's only closed between November and the last weekend in April. That's in small print right below it. Big print says closed to fishing, which would make it seem like it's closed to fishing. But it's only between November 16th and last weekend. It's in case salmon and steelhead and whatever make a run. That's why they close it. And this is a golden retriever park here, actually, guys. And they can't be in here between November and April either. They can't even have their dogs swim in the water during that time. Don't know why the dogs would be hurting the fish, but it's the way it rolls around here. It's like broken record 10. 10 in the middle of the day when I got here, just playing around, waiting to go live. And I caught one on my first cast live, and I've had one bite since. So, middle of the day here is great. Come golden hour. No, I haven't seen it here. I'm sure they're in here, and I'm sure they're in the creek. used to live in San Luis Obispo, and I used to catch them. The creek that runs right through town. Oh yeah, there's catfish in here. Pretty much anything that's in Anderson is in here. 'Cause that's where this water comes from. And during the floods and all that other stuff, all those fish get washed and end up coming down the creek. There's catfish in here. There's definitely some sort of sucker in here. There's carp in here. There's bluegill. There's red ear. There's hitch in here. I don't know if there's any bullhead catfish in here. I know there's channels. I don't know if there's any bullhead. I don't know what else is in here. On and off. I'm actually fishing where it creates this current, this eddy right here. That's where 90% of the fish have been. You can see the flow. Kind of right around here, where it gets calm next to the flow. There's actually a current going in a circle right here. And there's a bunch of logs down there. There's a drop down there. At the moment, there's no biting fish down there. Let me try one in close to the current. I said this lake has a habit of doing this to me. I just did a show here, exploring new water a couple days ago. I caught 4 in the middle of the day when it was nice and sunny. And then in the last 2 hours, I think I caught 1 at the end. But I don't know what they do in the evening here. I'd like to find out. Like to attend one of their bass meetings under the water to figure out where the hell they go for the last 2 hours. Even over there, where in the show where I was catching them, even in that show, when I walked over in the evening, all the fish I saw, all the baby bass and everything, they were all over the place in the middle of the day with the sun out. I went back over there in the evening, they were gone. I couldn't see them anywhere. They were like, and I just went over to, right before I went live, I went over there to look. There were like a bunch of little bass over there. I was catching them on the fly. I walked over there and looked around, 10 to 6. There were nowhere. I looked all over. I couldn't see a fish anywhere. I went there in the middle of the day with the sun like way up above them. And there were little bluegill and little bass all over the place in there. Even one big one cruised by. So I don't know. I don't know. I knew it before going into the live. I was just hoping that for some reason it'd be different. If these fish would say, oh wait, Scott's here. Let's feed all the way till dark. Let's give him a good live feed. We could be movie stars. But no. Typical. I'm glad I caught as many as I did, though. Not as many as I caught in the show I just put up. I'd like to get here earlier. Fish from like around 11 o'clock until around 5. Plus, it's got current and everything. They don't need shade. They got all the current and everything else. I mean, if you think that the whole shade thing is they're in there because it's cooler in the middle of summer, they got this cold water running in all day long. Maybe that's what happens. Maybe right now they get cold and they leave. It's the opposite. They're like, oh man, sun's down. This water's starting to get cold. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go around the corner. Let's go, I don't know, try. Everybody wants an active bait. Everybody wants an active bait. I don't know what to throw it on. I usually throw it on this pole. It's got the Carolina rig on it. Got a nice leaded jig sitting right there. I could throw that on. Give that a go. Hearing splashing over there. But yeah, and I was saying earlier that the cute warden showed up. So yeah, the wardens do come here, guys. And the first thing she said to me is, "You know the rules, right?" I said, "What? No barbed hooks and no live bait?" She goes, "Exactly." I said, "Yeah, I know that. Watch my video. I show myself bending down the blade or the barb." Although, I mean, to do all that on cranks, it's kind of a pain in the butt, guys. So I know a lot of people throw crankbaits in here, and they throw like whopper ploppers and everything else. Legally, none of the hooks on them can have barbs. You can't pay an ass to come here, bend them all down, and go somewhere else and have to put on all new hooks. Or have your hooks and switch them out. All right, guys. Activate. I'm running a bladed jig through there. Hopefully these fish prove me wrong, and I get bites. Come on, something hit. See, this is why I like going to the pier to go live. You go to the pier, and the closer it gets to go time, the better the fishing gets. I go to most of these lakes, like this one. See if a little bluegill jump over there. This one, and a lot of times you pinot. I go live in that. I do good, but as it gets darker and later towards the end, less bites, less fish. Let it sink down. I think those fish were still here and they're still active. They moved up in the column. You'd want something like a bladed jig or something like that coming through them. Just hoping when on my first cast I got that fish. Just 10 minutes before going live, I caught fish on back-to-back casts, and then 2 casts later, I caught another fish. And then I stopped at 5 to 6. Then I gave it about 30 minutes. I went live. Caught the fish first cast. And well, if anybody's been here the whole time, been watching, one other bite since that in an hour and 14 minutes. So there was definitely a switch that turned on. So I didn't want to jinx it. I hadn't thrown the drop shot in a couple casts. I caught, I think, one on the Carolina rig. I got a couple bites on the Carolina rig. And I think I caught the one on the jig. I don't know. I don't think that'll make a difference. I tried the bigger jig, still caught a little fish. I don't think it's the presentation. They just shut down. I don't think it's full moon. I've been here on every phase of the moon since that one good honey hole day. been here on many phases of the moon, and I usually see him just shut down about an hour before dark. Hour to an hour and a half, at least in this spot. So I know those fish are still here. They didn't leave. So fish can get conditioned. They get conditioned to feed at certain times. At this place, always gets tons of pressure right before dark. Like the last hour or so before dark, a lot of people always show up here and fish. And it's consistent. That can affect the fish's sort of feeding habits. As I said the other day, I came here to do a show. I got here my normal time around 12, and I was the only car here. I went out and fished, went to a lot of places. There was absolutely nobody around. Suddenly around, I think it was around 6 o'clock, I ran into another fisherman. All of a sudden, I started to leave that area, and there were two more fishermen. I'm like, how'd you guys do? Like, oh, we just got here. And I went to another spot, and there were like two more fishermen. And I actually came not to this spot, but I came close to here over there. And there were like two more fishermen. And all of them that I talked to said they'd just gotten there within like a half hour before. So it went from nobody here to like me running into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 7 people. It all showed up about 2 hours before dark. So before that, I had the place to myself. I said this is obviously one of the more popular spots because it's easy access. It's got the current. I know a lot of people, not only for the bass, but people fish here for the carp. People fish right here for the catfish. I said today's been a slow day. I did see 2 different people that wanted to come to this spot and fish. And the one guy said he'd been here for the past 3 days fishing in this spot. So, and he was fishing for bass. All the geese going over. You guys see them? A little bit dark. A bunch of geese just headed over. This log just seems so just perfect. This is a bigger profile with this jig. I mean, compared to me fishing a little Carolina rig with a 3.5-inch swim bait and everything. I mean, it's a bigger profile. It's got our big swim flip craw on it. I caught one earlier on it, and it was the same size. So I didn't get a bigger fish. It's not much bigger, but that's definitely a bulkier presentation than the little stick worm. Yeah, this is where. Yeah, this is where Wayne caught the 7.2. So Wayne caught the 7.2 live. I've caught some. I mean, I've caught a lot of fish, you know, almost 2 pounds, and ones are 2.5 in this spot. So I don't know. So I'm very confused about these lakes here in Central California. For some reason, I mean, when I grew up down in LA, putting stone in all the lakes that fish there right before dark was like the heyday. That's when you caught them. But I find a lot of these lakes up here, not just, I mean, Coyote, Anderson, Chesbrough, Uvis. For me, I don't know. They always seem to be better in the middle of the day. In the evening, they always seem to slow down. And even if I, spend the evening throwing is there a spook around or a buzzbait around, I mean, maybe one blow up or something. It's just not compared to me catching like maybe 10 or 15 in the middle of the day compared to going in the evening and waiting for that perfect bite and throwing a top water or working something. And I get nothing. There's one fish. That's when 90% of people here fish. A lot of it's because I showed up at. When did I show up here? Today I started fishing here about 3. I think, yeah, it was about 3:30. Uh, Within 10 minutes, I had 2 fish. And I think I had a couple other bites. Actually caught one on. Actually caught one on Carolina rig and a drop shot within the first 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. And then I knew they were here, and if I wanted to go live, I kind of just on and off played around all day. I was experimenting with the Carolina rig, throwing the swim bait on it, throwing some other stuff. I tried a robo worm on it, never got a bite. I tried some other. Oh, I tried the 40 cut on it, never got a bite. Back to drop shot and caught a couple fish. And I said I didn't want to wear them out, so I went back to the Carolina rig and played with it. And I think I caught another. It's kind of saving the drop shot because they were hitting it really good. And I'd spent about a half hour not fishing the drop shot, and I caught a couple. And I was up to like 7 fish. And then I went back to drop shot to test it at about quarter to 5. Caught 2 and 2 casts. Caught another one a couple casts later. And then I gave it a rest for a half hour before I went live. First cast on the drop shot, a fish. And about 6:30 after that, nothing. So if you come here to fish, come between 12 and like 5:30, and you'll probably do a lot better. Come here in the middle of the day between like 12 and 5, and throw either a Carolina rig, a jig, or a drop shot out there. And I guarantee you'll catch some fish. They weren't all that big. I said they're all about pounders, about 12 inches maybe. Some of them were like 11 and 3/4. Some of them might be 12 and a quarter. I wasn't even really trying to catch a lot of them. I said I was saving it because I knew I was going to go live. Maybe I should just fish not here at all and then only come here for live. But I knew if I'd done that, there would have been people on the spot. So that's why I kind of sat here. I was saving it for going and talking to you guys. There's definitely fish here. Yeah. I mean, usually I catch bigger ones. At the show I just put up, I caught bigger ones than I caught today. But it's kind of amazed. They were all like cookie cutter, like 12-inch freaking bass. Just barely 12-inch or maybe just under 12-inch. That's just all there was today. Ah, jig keeps getting hooked up on that tree right there. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna have to end this misery I'm having. It's almost too dark. I know it looks really bright on my phone, but I gotta walk back. I still got stuff scattered all over the ground. I don't really have a light with me, but thank you for the people still on here. Yeah, sorry guys, but this is a great spot right here on the current. I'm telling you, just come here between like 1 and 6 throw drop shots or Carolina rigs and that out here. You catch me. I mean, I think even live with Wayne when he caught the 7.2, I think it was like it wasn't that late. It was like 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. It wasn't right before dark. I know that. It was like an hour or more before dark. It was probably around 6, which is about the time I caught my last fish. But no, somebody asked that earlier, and I've never been up there. All right, guys, I will be going. You can't even see me. I'm like I'm a silhouette. I'm be going live tomorrow, and the next day for the pier. I don't know if any of you are from the area or whatever. I was telling people earlier, I'm gonna go live 2 days in a row. The next for the pier. One of those days, I'm gonna try and catch those. I guess blacksmith perch they're called. The one that I caught by accident, but I know where they're in hidden. It's supposed to be windy, so I don't know how much we're gonna go, but I'm planning on it because I can always catch fish there and it's fun. And the end of the month or in a couple, 27th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, and I think the 30th too. I'm going to be at the Delta for the FLW. Uh, so I'll be going live there. Hopefully I can do a collab with Peter Basson. He's from the area. But yeah, I'm going to be going live at like probably the tournament registration and live like during the weigh-ins and that kind of stuff. And hopefully I can do a 360 live at the weigh-in. I mean, I know I can do it because I don't need the comments to do that because I can just let it run. Well, I sent messages to Insta360. They have live people. Gave my email on that, so hopefully they get back to me and tell me how to do it so I can start playing with the 360 live so I can actually know people are watching and comment. So yeah, all that's in the works, plus a bunch more shows coming. I'm trying to get one up almost every day or every other day. So thanks a lot, guys. A lot more to come. Oh, the September giveaway is coming up too. I'm going to do some custom jigs for you guys. And all right, I'm out. See you guys. I guess I got to do the old like this thing. Boom!